Good morning. A warm welcome to today's session on career guidance, especially meant for budding lawyers and law students. The session is hosted by Indian Lawyers Association, which is a pan-India body working for the betterment of legal professionals across the country. We currently have 75 plus chapters across India, and they help us in achieving the vision of ILA by terms of arranging different events, webinars, giving learning and development platforms to lawyers, making networking possible between all lawyers in the country. So I'll hand it over to Aishwarya, who is one of our team members who's working under Indian Lawyer Student Association, which has similar benefits and vision and activities that ILA does for student level. Aishwarya, over to you. Aishwarya will be moderating the session today. I request all of you to stay on mute, and if there are any video issues or any bandwidth issues, you could keep your video off so the session goes on smoothly. We are recording this event. It will be available on ILA YouTube channel for future references. Aishwarya, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. So Indian Lawyers Student Association is a subset of the Indian Lawyers Association. ILSA is an independent, non-profit making organization formed with an intent to bring together law students across universities in India. Here today we have Sir C.V. Jones, who is going to conduct a very knowledgeable sessions with you all. Sir C.V. Jones is a practicing lawyer on the original civil, criminal, and commercial jurisdictions of Bombay High Court and the courts subordinate to it since the last 13 years. In the Supreme Court of India, Kerala High Court, Goa Bench of Bombay High Court, Ahmedabad, and Calcutta since the last 3 years. So over to you, and I will be posting you the questions. You can go ahead answering them.
Thank you. Thank you, Madhura. Thank you, Aishwarya. And thank you, Indian Lawyers Association and the Indian Lawyers Students Association. I would like to make a few clarification here before we begin. My name is Joveson, Joveson, CJ Joveson. And I'm not 30 years, it is 13 years of practice. So I'm much younger than I look. Now, I have been invited to talk on the career of law as a career. But before we dwell into law as a career, I would like to introduce law to you. Law is a vast ocean. We call it the learning profession. But I guess this is the only profession in which you find many ignoramuses. The lawyers who have absolutely no knowledge of law. This happens because of the vastness of law. Law is such a huge and vast subject. That is the reason why such things happen in law. Law is considered as a very lucrative and money-making profession also. In Mumbai, law is the most highest paid profession. But to reach to that level, one has to do a lot of hard work, tremendous amount of hard work. Now, law you can choose as a main profession. Law you can choose as a personality development element. Is something which can change your personality altogether. And law many choose as a booster to the other professions which they are already into. For example, MBA or engineering. Along with that, if you do law, it will be an added privilege. So law as a profession offers you many different subfields. The most obvious field is a litigation lawyer who is running around courts, arguing the cases, fighting amongst each other, representing the client, getting judgments in favor of one's clients, conducting cross-examination, etc., etc. That is the mainstream profession of law. Then the another mainstream profession, mainstream of the legal profession is the faculty of teaching, or simply faculty, law faculty. To be a law professor is also quite lucrative. And if you want to be a good legal practitioner, I would suggest that you take up part-time teaching as well, because teaching more or less is like addressing the court. You have to convince the court. Convincing the court is much easier, but to convince the students is a very difficult task. Students ask any kind of questions, and that makes you very alert. Intelligent students do ask. I do not know about the students here. You have to be intelligent. If you are not asking any questions to your professors, then you are not being intelligent. You have to ask many questions, even cunning ones. That only will make you a cunning lawyer. The third mainstream, which a law graduate can choose, is the judicial services to become a judge. Direct appointment is there in the lower judiciary for magistrates and for district judges, etc., etc. You can find more details in the website. It will not be appropriate on my part to go much into the details in this 40 minutes module. And yet another mainstream which you can choose as a law graduate is writing. You can write commentaries. If you are a gifted writer as well, then you can very well become an author of law books. So these are the rough mainstreams which you can choose as law as a profession. Now, as part of personality development, also, you can choose law. If you want to construct a very powerful personality about yourself, you can choose law. For example, if you are a politician, personality law will make you a great personality. If you want to be a school principal, then law degree can give you an enormous personality. Similarly, if simply you choose to be a housewife, shadi karna hai, if you are a law graduate, then you have got horns over the halos. Hello bhi hai, horns bhi hai. Thoda dhar ke rehte hain log. So that is a very good tool to adorn your personality. And when you say personality, it also includes behaving very appropriately, behaving most politely, be the best man in the society. All that is what a personality means. So when you study law, with all its dedication, not from the notes, ready-made notes, etc., that will not make you a good lawyer. That will just make you a tape recorder or something that records and ejects in the answer sheets. No, that is not intended. If you read IPC, if you learn IPC, beginning with the administration of justice, the criminal jurisprudence itself can turn your personality into a different level. It will just boost you into a different level. Once you learn the law, you know what the law is and how to behave well in the society. And a person who behaves well in the society is well respected. Now, let's come to the third aspect of law as a booster to your other professions. As I told you, as a good personality is the first and foremost requirement of any profession. So, if you are a master of business administration, then law degree will be of a great use for you. You can use law degree to your best to pep up your CV. In that, if you are an MBA with a law degree, then you are the best amongst the rest. And similarly, if you even if you're an MBBS doctor and you wish to join the state services, you want to join the administrative state service of the state, you are an MBBS with a law degree, then you get a better chance amongst the rest to reach to that level. Any industry you choose, if you have got a law degree with you, and law degree is not very tough to achieve also, it's very easy. To become a lawyer is a tough task, but being a law graduate is not at all a tough task. For achieving a law degree doesn't require much of a brain, but to become a successful lawyer, you have to use your brains. Otherwise, it's of no use. So after having introduced about these three things, now I will straight away come to how you can succeed as a law professional. Now, some of my colleagues, a few I see who have logged on here, will appreciate the fact that even today I am trying to broaden my horizon to draw clients, etc., etc. In our profession, what happens is advertisement is not allowed. We cannot advertise. Therefore, many often law firms or lawyers resort to something which is called surrogate advertising. Now, surrogate advertising, before I come into it, I will explain to you that even without resorting to surrogate advertisement, how you can, connect with people, how you can introduce yourself to others. The very first hallmark of attracting somebody is good behavior. If you behave uniquely with great amount of politeness, good language, good mannerisms, then that itself will attract. ये अभी कौन आके गया है? ये क्यों कौन था ये जो सवाल है ना, कौन था ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सामने वाले ने तुमको गाली भी दिया, एक मुस्कुराहट दे दीजिए, वो बेचारा चौंक जाएगा, ये क्या हो गया, इसने मैंने इतनी बड़ी गाली दी और उसने मुस्कुरा दिया, कौन था ये? So and whenever you are in a public place also, you will find people half as intelligent as you or half educated than you trying to argue with you. You have to simply keep quiet and listen to them and say no comments. क्योंकि आपको अगर किसी से आर्ग्यू करना है तो आपके बराबर वाले के साथ करना चाहिए. आपसे कम वाले के साथ आर्ग्यूमेंट करोगे तो आपका आर्ग्यूमेंट का ठीक से जजमेंट नहीं होगा and you will be judged inferior than the idiot judge only. So yeah, idiot judge means the person who is judging you, not the judicial officer, to be very clear. Now, so the first and foremost thing is to behave yourself quite well, uniquely. Second is helping. In court, you will see that there are many junior lawyers come to you, sir, ये कैसा करना है, ये कैसा करना है. So never be rude with them. You should take the initiative to help them. If you do not know कि इसमें क्या करना चाहिए, तुमको गुस्सा आ सकता है कि नहीं, go and ask anybody. That should not be the approach. What you do is you have to tell him, look, 5 मिनट दे, मैं किसी को पूछ के बताता हूँ. वो पूछने से क्या होता है, आप भी सीख सकते हो और आप सामने वाले को भी बताएगा और वो बंदा बोलेगा अरे इसने मेरे बहुत अच्छे से हेल्प किया. Tomorrow this guy will come to you with a complicated case. Sir, इसमें आप appear करो. Then ये एक situation हो गया. Third situation is court जो है अभी तो कोरोना के वजह से public is not allowed inside the court. Otherwise, court is an open stage, open platform where the advocate and the judge, they interact and the public, the whole public sits and watches. Many times what happens, not many times, almost in all cases, most of the litigants are unhappy with their lawyers. So when they are sitting dejectedly, looking blankly at the proceedings which are happening in the court, Suddenly they see one lawyer is making submissions which looks quite interesting. उसका ध्यान वहां आकर्षित हो जाता है. Then उसके पीछे पीछे जाता है, सर आपका नंबर क्या, आपका नंबर दो ना, सर आप मेरा मैटर लोगे क्या. This is how an advocate advertises his work innocently and without much of pretension. अब ये हो गया. Now we will speak about surrogate advertising. Surrogate advertising में अभी WhatsApp का जमाना है. ये कोई भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जजमेंट, नया जजमेंट तो सबको मिलता है. पुराने जजमेंट्स को खोज करना है, रिसर्च करना है. Many interesting judgments are there on many interesting facts. So you can quote that judgment and write your name under it. Mr. So and so advocate. ये आपको judgment आपको इस दिखा रहे हैं ऐसा. This is to be done very skillfully. Otherwise, what happens is it looks very obvious that you are resorting to advertisement, which many lawyers are nowadays doing, and the Bar Council catches them if somebody draws their attention. Then I have seen during Corona times, वो mask निकला है, वकील का वो label वाला. The Bar Council should stop it. It looks so ludicrous. वो मुंह के ऊपर पुराने फैंटम के कॉमिक्स में देखते थे, फैंटम का मार जिसने खाया उसके मुंह के ऊपर एक स्कल मार्क होता था. बिल्कुल उसी तरह ये वकील का सिंबल उसके मुंह के ऊपर है. ऐसा लग रहा है कि दूसरे वकील से मार पड़ी है उसको. So, but that mask people are using nowadays, and that mask suggests that he is a lawyer. It's so cheap publicity. People wear that mask and sit in the train. They put stickers on their bags and move around. All this is cheap publicity. This you should never do, but people are doing. You may do it innocently, but it looks absolutely cheap. Your what you say, ethical code of conduct very clearly mentions that you should not wear your uniform in the public. लेकिन ये बैंड्स वाला बिल्ला अपने मुंह के ऊपर लगा के घूमते हैं, वो बहुत गंदा है. Then another surrogate advertising which most people are doing is they carry huge packets of their visiting card. इधर भी गया, पुलिस स्टेशन में गया, मॉल में गया, फिर यहाँ पे राशन की दुकान में गए. राशन की दुकान में तो आजकल जाता नहीं है, लेकिन वो लोग बांटने के लिए जाते हैं. राशनिंग ऑफिस में सब बांट के आते हैं. और जो भी गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स में गया बांटते हैं और बोलते हैं कि लेके आना मैटर, आई विल गिव यू 20% कट, 30% कट. So this kind of tactics is also going on. So I will suggest you a better tactic than this, which is not as cheap looking. You can conduct webinars like I am doing, or YouTube channel के अंदर तुम academic discussions कर सकते हो. Law college में prominently अपना notification डाल सकते हो, interns wanted वगैरह वगैरह. So this is how you do it. Now at this juncture I would like to introduce one concept called networking. Networking, as the name suggests, अभी मैंने जो भी बात किया सब networking के elements ही है. But networking here means connecting with your colleagues. कोई lawyer नया मिला, उससे बात करो, नंबर लो, अपना नंबर दो, मैं ये चीज में स्पेशलाइज करता हूँ, तुम किस में स्पेशलाइज करते हो, एनी काइंड ऑफ मैटर्स इफ यू फाइंड प्लीज रेफर मी. ये इस तरीके का ऐसा कॉन्टेक्ट बना के नेटवर्किंग करते हैं. दिस इज नेटवर्किंग. एंड टू मेंटेन गुड नेटवर्किंग 3 things are very much essential. First is you should be in a position to communicate clearly and properly. That is one. Second thing is you have to be very honest in your dealings. Very honest. ये नहीं कि पहला 40% दूंगा बोला, 20% दूंगा बोला, बाद में उसको बोला नहीं ये तेरा क्लाइंट कैसा था, वो था, ये था, मैं नहीं दूंगा. वो there are many other ways of dishonesty also. So there should be honesty in the dealings. Third thing is you should deliver. what you promise promptly. So that is not dishonesty, but to deliver it on time. This on prompt, it's promptness. You have to deliver the things on time. Otherwise, वो बेचारा जो तुमको rely करके तुमको दे दिया, oh, he is answerable to the person who ultimately brought the case to you. So these three things you have to pay attention. One is good communication. Second is honesty. Third is delivery on time. कोर्ट के अंदर एक बार डाल दिया तो कितना टाइम लगेगा वो अपने हाथ में नहीं है, लेकिन कोर्ट तक तो टाइम पे पहुंचाना चाहिए. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अभी देन हाउ टू one suggestion means the point which I was supposed to speak is on how to do internship, when to join internship, how to offer yourself as an intern. When I began my legal studies in 2001, that time very few people used to do internship. Many lawyers themselves did not know what is internship. It is only after the what you call the revolution of law schools and social media that there has been so much craze for legal education and internship, etc., etc. So as a law student now, internship to get for an internship is not very difficult as it was before. Most law colleges have in their notice board advertisements from law firms or lawyers asking for interns from the colleges. During our times, interns were never paid. But today, interns are demanding payment. When you demand payment, you are not taught the law. You don't get to learn what you want to learn or what you ought to learn. If I am paying somebody a salary, if I'm paying an intern a salary, I will make the intern do what I want. What benefits me, I will tell the intern to do. And if it's not on a paid basis, intern is coming to learn the thing, then intern is free to ask me, sir, ये कैसा होता है? सर वो क्यों होता है? ये मैंने ऐसा किया तो ऐसा क्यों नहीं होता है? ऐसा ही क्यों होता है? All these kind of questions the intern can ask me if it is not on a paid basis, and that helps the intern in learning the law much better. But if I am paying the intern on a monthly basis, then the intern has to keep quiet and listen to me and do what I say. He is not going to learn anything. And at the end of the day, usko pagar milta hai, bahut ho gaya sochta. That is not how it should be. Internship program, like colleges are doing, 1 month, 2 month maximum at one place. You have to learn and proceed forward. And I have a policy of if I get good interns, if I find that one intern is very good, then I will retain that intern. बाकी लोगों को मैं भेज दूंगा. Then फिर वो intern को मैं payment करके भी मैं उसको रखूंगा अपने पास, because I like that intern. That intern is doing good to me. It's very productive for me. So that way the internship is being done. Now, yes.
So sorry to interrupt you in between, but sir, आपने हमें बताया internships के बारे में. So would be great if you could throw some light for us to how can we identify good internships? Like as students, as a first year student, I have struggled a lot about कि कौन सा internship मेरे लिए इस point पे अच्छा है. Lawyers के अंदर internship करूँ, law firms के अंदर करूँ, legal clinics के अंदर करूँ, या क्या करूँ? So it's a wide horizon available outside for opportunities, but we don't know which one to actually seize. So would be great if you could throw some light on that.
Yes. You are in from which city?
So I'm from Jamshedpur.
Jamshedpur. I have not know much idea about Jamshedpur, but in Bombay is a highly competent place. But despite the fact of being so competitive, there are so many lawyers who are incompetent. And इधर भी वही problems होते हैं जो आपने जमशेदपुर पे face किया है. So therefore, your question is very important. When you join somebody for internship, you should have basic knowledge. बेसिक नॉलेज कहाँ से आपको मिलेगा? बेसिक नॉलेज पाने के लिए आपने छोटे छोटे स्टोरीज पढ़नी चाहिए. महात्मा गांधी ने लॉ एंड द लॉयर्स करके एक किताब लिखी है. That you have to read. Then, if you are in a good law college, then you must be getting law magazines. So first year जो है, first year में law magazines आपने पढ़ना चाहिए. इसमें सिर्फ legal news आते हैं, judgments आते हैं. That will give you a very good grip. वो आपका common sense जो है ना, ऑर्डिनरी कॉमन सेंस से लॉ स्टूडेंट कॉमन सेंस तक पहुंचा देगा. जब लॉ स्टूडेंट कॉमन सेंस आपका जाग जाएगा, you can identify these persons from a distance of 20 meters or even 1 kilometer. जिस तरीके से वो खुद का इश्तिहार करते हैं, एडवर्टाइजमेंट करते हैं, उससे आप पता लगा ही सकते हैं कि इस आदमी के पास कितनी रोशनी है. सो फर्स्ट ईयर जो है, फर्स्ट ईयर में इंटर्नशिप कभी नहीं करी है. फर्स्ट ईयर यू स्टडी द सब्जेक्ट. आप तैरना सीखिए, उसके बाद फिर आप छलांग लगाइए समंदर में अपना एडवेंचर टच करने के लिए. तो ये आपने जो पूछा वो मैंने शुरुआत में कहना चाहिए था. तो व्हेन यू रीड यू गेट एक्सपोजर टू द लीगल वर्ल्ड. अभी आजकल तो बहुत सारे लॉ फर्म्स के जो वेबसाइट में जाएंगे, उनके आर्टिकल्स वगैरह वगैरह मिलेगी. वो आर्टिकल्स पढ़कर भी आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि वो अच्छे learned lawyers हैं, how well behaved they are. The most common problem faced by law students in law firms is the behavior. Many of them do not know how to behave with women candidates also. So whenever you join a big law firm, you just inquire कि वहाँ पर जो सेक्शुअल हैरेसमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस की मशीनरी क्या बनी है, कैसी है, ये सब देखना बहुत जरूरी है. और कभी भी आप कोई भी शख्स, कोई भी लॉयर के पास इंटर्नशिप के लिए जाओगे, अकेले मत ज्वाइन होना unless that person is known to you. Go in pair, 2 जन के पैर में इंटर्नशिप करो, it will be better. And if you are going for to a law firm to join as an intern, or firm में आप जाएंगे, you should see how many girls are there, how many boys are there. Understand? Because places like Jamshedpur, etc., you have to take such precautions. In Bombay, ऐसा किसी को कुछ problem हो गया, immediately people help you also. बहुत सारे लॉ फर्म्स में ऐसा मैंने देखा. लकीली, फॉर्चुनेटली, द लॉ फर्म्स वेयर आई हैव ग्रूम्ड अप, मेरे वहाँ नहीं देखा है ऐसे, बट हमने ऐसे सुना है. आई हैव मेट कलीग्स who have such stories to narrate. So these things are there. So you have to know where you're going before you go. If you gather some knowledge by reading law journals, magazines, etc., you can very well come to know which law firm is good to join. Okay. Then.
So we have a lot of questions shooting in the chat box.
Now you can ask me questions. Okay.
Okay, so that's really great. So sir, the first question is from Fareen Qureshi. He asks that there are students who want to be in judicial officers. So please give us some tips what we should do when we are in college.
For studying
for judicial services.
For becoming judicial services. See, yes. Judicial services हमारे यहाँ 3 level में होते हैं. Actually 4 levels में होते हैं. The first 2 levels are based on examination and real merit. The remaining 2 levels are constitutional posts for High Court and Supreme Court. High Court and Supreme Court I will tell after I tell you about the lower levels. In the lower level, जो होता है वो magistrate and civil judges का post के लिए होता है. That when you see your law and judiciary department का website, अगर आप देखोगे, whichever state you are in, you go to their website. There you will see advertisement for magistrates exams and junior judges, civil judges exam. कई कई jurisdiction में मुंसिफ कोर्ट बोलते हैं उसी चीज को. So there you have to apply and they set their timetables कि ये महीने में एग्जाम होने वाला है. And I think in open category till the age of 25 you can till the age of 30 you can apply for lower judiciary for magistrates and civil judge junior division. Now what is civil judge junior division? Civil judge junior division is the lowest judge on the civil side. Magistrate is the lowest judge on the criminal side. सबका सेम ही होता है एग्जाम, but once you pass you will be appointed either as a junior judge junior civil judge or as a magistrate. तो वो जो एग्जाम का जो टाइमिंग आता है, जो टाइम टेबल आती है, वो टाइम टेबल आपको उधर पब्लिश किया जाता है कि ये अभी फॉर्म्स रिलीज हो रहे हैं, यू हैव टू अप्लाई एंड फिल इन. Thereafter you have to prepare yourself for the examination. They give the schedule also of what is a syllabus, what all things you have to study and come. ये भी बताते हैं. And the basic requirement for each state is that you should be proficient in the mother tongue of that state. आपको आना चाहिए, बहुत जरूरी है. अभी आप जमशेदपुर के हो तो आपको हिंदी आना बहुत जरूरी है, हिंदी और उर्दू. एंड इन बॉम्बे महाराष्ट्र में मराठी लैंग्वेज बहुत जरूरी है फॉर लोअर जुडिशरी. देन उसके बाद फिर डिस्ट्रिक्ट जजेस का भी अपॉइंटमेंट का एप्लीकेशंस आते हैं, क्लासिफाइड्स आते हैं, वो भी वेबसाइट पर आती है. हाई कोर्ट के वेबसाइट पे भी रह सकता है या स्टेट के लॉ एंड जुडिशरी के वेबसाइट पे भी आ जाता है. एंड वो आप लोगों ने अभी से ही वो देखना है. उसके क्वेश्चन पेपर्स मिलते हैं, वो क्वेश्चन पेपर्स ढूंढकर उसको सॉल्व करके अपने आप को रेडी करके ग्रूम कर सकते हो. द सेम अप्लाइज फॉर यूपीएससी एग्जामिनेशंस आल्सो. एंड now I will tell you about the High Court judiciary, higher judiciary, that is the High Court and Supreme Court. In High Court and Supreme Court there are selections at two levels. One is as promotion from this serving judges. District judge से district court से High Court के लिए promotion होता है, वो एक level है. दूसरा practicing lawyers are directly appointed to the High Court. In both these selections are done by a mechanism called collegium. Collegium means it's a group of judges who decide on appointing the people. और ये कैसा होता है, उसके अंदर कुछ भी आज तक collegium system of appointment के अंदर बिल्कुल भी transparency नहीं है. They do not even publish the number of vacant seats. They do not publish the application कब देना है. Application का system ही नहीं है. Suddenly an advocate will get a call that you have been appointed as the judge. That is how they elect the High Court judges. Same applies to Supreme Court also. Supreme Court में maximum appointments is done from the High Court promotions. And in some cases they select directly from the High Court or Supreme Court bar. Advocate को ही सीधा बुला लेते हैं उधर, direct appointment भी होता है. तो अभी जो recent जो 9 judges who have been appointed, उसमें 3 have been, one has been selected directly from the bar. One Narasimha करके एक lawyer है, senior advocate, he has been directly chosen to the Supreme Court. So that is how it is.
Thank you, sir. I hope that you have done justice to the questions. So, sir, further, like when I asked you the question, आपने मुझे बोला था कि first years में जो usually internships में नहीं apply करना चाहिए, because that's the stage for us to learn. But sir, second years में तो we need to apply for internships. So, sir, फिर वो CV कैसे हम लोग build up कर सकते हैं कि like most of the internships में they ask for experience कि आप experienced नहीं हो, आपको कुछ आता नहीं होगा. तो सर फिर वो चीज के लिए हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं?
जो लॉ फर्म्स एक्सपीरियंस के ऊपर ज्यादा ड्वेल करते हैं, those law firms are not good at all. Absolutely no one. उनको मालूम ही नहीं है इंटर्नशिप क्या होती है करके. मेरे पास जो इंटर्न्स आते हैं मेरे पास एकदम कच्चे लोग आते हैं. उसके अंदर आई जस्ट गिव देम ए स्मॉल इंटरव्यू. कुत्ते के ऊपर एक ऐसे लिखो या काऊ के ऊपर एक ऐसे लिखो, जस्ट टू असेस देयर लैंग्वेज एंड देयर क्विक विटेडनेस, मेंटल अलर्टनेस, ये सब मैं जानने के लिए. From that I get about their language, about the flow of their thoughts, and if I get very good response, उस हिसाब से मैं, और जो कच्चा लोग हैं उनको भी मैं रखता हूँ, उनको मैं बेसिक ग्रूमिंग देके 1 महीने के अंदर भेज देता हूँ. So that is how I do.
So, sir, what do you suggest? Like, what are the skills as a first or second year student in the initial stage of law we should actually
So you
concentrate
should,
on gaining?
Yes, in the internship CVs, what you have to mention is about first and foremost about your language, then about your computer knowledge, computer proficiency. Third is about how good you are in legal research. आपने कौन से journals use किए हैं, which all law journals you are accustomed to, which all judgments you have read, which all cases you have followed up. See, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने की प्रथा अभी नई है स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में, मुझे मालूम है, लेकिन न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है. न्यूज़पेपर्स आपको इन केसेस के बारे में इंट्रोडक्शन देती है कि अभी हाई कोर्ट में कौन सा सनसनी केस चालू है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कौन सा चालू है. इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स के अंदर आपको बिजनेस रिलेटेड केसेस के बारे में जानकारी मिलती है, उसको आप फॉलो करते हैं. कौन सा केस को आपने फॉलो किया, सुशांत सिंह राजपूत केस को हमने फॉलो अप किया, उसमें हमने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से हमने ये लेवल तक फॉलो अप किया. ये सब अगर आप लिखोगे उसके अंदर, इट इज एज गुड एज सेइंग दैट मैंने ये लॉ फॉर्म में इंटर्नशिप किया, मैंने ये लॉ फॉर्म में इंटर्नशिप किया, और उससे भी उतना ही ये भी अच्छा है. So you can say about a few cases which you have read and understood. ये सब लिखोगे तो it's very good. It shows that you are a studious intern. And then your ambition, आपको आगे चल के लिटिगेटिंग लॉयर बनना है या चेम्बर प्रैक्टिस करना है या कॉर्पोरेट में ज्वाइन करना है, ये सब भी आपने उसमें लिखना जरूरी है. बस इतना ही चीज लिखना है. लैंग्वेज, the cases which you have followed and researched upon, and what you intend to do in the future. ये 3 चीजें. एडिशनल जो भी क्वालिफिकेशन से आप लिख लो ना, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं.
So I don't think there are any more questions in the chat box. So would you like to add anything on your behalf?
Yes, I was told that after 40 minutes the questions will be asked. So in between you asked me, I thought there are many questions. I would like to tell you about 2 more things, most importantly. First is people do not have a good idea about law, a fair idea of what law is. For most people, law is an obligation, but that's not a fact. Law is a bundle of rights. Whichever law you say is a bundle of rights. Even the Indian Penal Code is a bundle of rights. Law has basically 3 functions. Not basically, all सिर्फ 3 ही functions है law को. First function is the definition of rights. It gives you rights, every law. Second function is the remedy when a right is violated by somebody. If somebody violates your right, आप कहाँ जाना चाहिए, आपके पास क्या remedy है. Third is the forum for seeking remedy of those rights. Forum could be the police, the court, the machinery provided for the enforcement of law. That is the forum. So these 3 are the main functions, the only functions of law. So you have to understand each and every law in this particular context. And When you start studying law, after understanding these functions, you get an easier and more pragmatic way of studying law. Once you understand the purpose of law, it will give you more interest to learn it and to apply it also. Second thing which I would like to tell you is the importance of ethics in the practice of law. Ethics is a subject which people are more and more people are losing faith in. उनको लगता है कि एथिक्स फॉलो करने से कुछ मतलब नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है. ये जो हमारी जो प्रोफेशन है, लीगल प्रोफेशन इज द मोस्ट पावरफुल प्रोफेशन. Whichever profession has been the most powerful has been misused. The most powerful profession is politics. The next powerful is police. Third is the priesthood. कोई भी religion का priest हो is more very powerful. वो जो बोलता है वैसा लोग सुनते हैं. Politicians का लोगों को सुनना पड़ता है. पॉलिटिशियंस का पुलिस के सामने भी ऐसा करना पड़ता. और एक प्रोफेशन है जो प्रोफेशन नहीं कह सकते हैं, जुडिशरी एंड लॉ. लॉयर को लोग डरते हैं और वो डर का फायदा उठाते हैं. और इस वजह से क्या हुआ है, अभी यू विल सी दैट देयर आर मोर एंड मोर केसेस कमिंग अप ऑफ लॉयर्स बीइंग अटैक्ड, lawyers getting beaten up in police station, all these things. In Mumbai, in 2 separate incidents in which a lawyer was physically hurt by the police, was slapped by the police. In both these situations, how the lawyers reacted, they sat on dharna on the road. Is dharna or strike a tool of a lawyer? If that lawyer had come to me, I would have suggested ways on how to incriminate that police. कैसे उसको उसकी नौकरी छीन सकते हैं, उसका प्रमोशन रुका सकते हैं, कैसे उसको अंदर डाला सकते हैं. If police has got the right to file FIR, lawyer has got the skill to file a criminal case against the police. उसी के पुलिस स्टेशन में उसी से FIR लिखवाओ, और नहीं सुनेगा तो उसको मैजिस्ट्रेट कोर्ट में कंप्लेंट डालो, नहीं तो रीट पिटीशन फाइल करो. उसका चीफ, उसका जो भी उसका सुपीरियर ऑफिसर, उसको कोर्ट में घसीटो. दिस इज द वे हाउ लॉयर शुड यूज हिज ब्रेन. ऐसा नहीं कि पुलिस स्टेशन में गया, थप्पड़ खाया और धरना करने बैठे. ये क्यों होता है? बिकॉज दे आर नॉट फॉलोइंग एथिक्स इन देयर प्रैक्टिस. इफ यू रीड द बार एडवोकेट्स एक्ट and the code of ethical conduct, you should read each and every clause of that code of ethics. You will find that the profession is actually protecting you very well. In law, there is a minimum fees level which you can charge, but maximum का कोई level नहीं है. You cannot charge below the minimum level which is framed by the bar council. Below minimum लोगे तो इट्स ए प्रोफेशनल मिसकंडक्ट. अबाउ तुम कितना भी ले सकते हो, एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम. अगर पब्लिक एडी मेंबर ऑफ द पब्लिक कैन नॉट अफोर्ड यू, देयर आर अदर लॉयर्स, सो मेनी लॉयर्स whom you can approach. That is the thing. And you have to be, if you want to practice law, you want to serve the people, it's a service industry. You have to be very careful in your studies. You have to read and read and read. It's simple. Law is not very difficult. It's a simple subject, but it is wide, very wide, and there is law on each and every element. There is law on space. There is law on water. There is law on air. There is law on everything. So that makes it very, very vast. So the idea here is you have to read, lot of reading, and more than you read as a student of law, you have to read more as a legal professional. So if there are any other more questions, you can ask.
Yes, sir. Well said. Like, I really understand the importance of reading and ethics in the profession of law. I mean, as a first year, I think those two are the things we should actually and mostly concentrate towards.
Yes.
So there are a few more questions in the chat box I would like to present. So firstly, so as a fifth year student, Dipanshi wants to get into the corporate world. So what do you suggest her? Like how to start, where to start, and what would be the exact approach towards her?
She should first begin reading Economic Times. Yeah, I hope she has heard about this newspaper. Economic Times नाम आपने सुना है?
Yes, sir. Economic Times is one of the most famous newspaper.
So you have to make it more famous by reading it. So
For business updates, it's really good.
Yes, business updates. This newspaper will give you a fair idea of what are the laws which are involved in the business world. That is one thing. Second is when you go to the website of Indian, what you call Indian Institute of Company Secretaries, वहाँ पर उनका सिलेबस दिया रहता है, सिलेबस का स्टडी मटेरियल्स लगा हुआ होता है. That also has got a very good module on corporate law. And after you gain your knowledge about corporate law, the best knowledge to gain corporate law is Economic Times. उसके बाद आप कोई भी अच्छा लॉ फर्म में इंटर्नशिप के लिए अप्लाई करके you have to go there, and then you can begin as an intern in a corporate law. Now, what is corporate law? Corporate law is not much different from other laws. Many people misunderstand corporate law as a non-litigating law. That corporate law is just a chamber practice. No, corporate law means the law which applies to body corporates, which are not human beings, which are products of company law. For example, every company is a corporate body. Every law which does not involve arrest and imprisonment, is applicable to corporate law. You say law of contract, it is applicable to corporate. Then law of partnership law, again it is applicable to corporate. You see transfer of property, applicable to corporate. You see Indian Divorce Act, applicable to contract? No, it doesn't. Indian Marriage Act? No. Easements Act? Yes, applicable. Indian Succession Act? Yes and no both. Yes and no both. Because in directors' successions, I am dealing with corporate law also. Now, many a times I get queries from my corporate clients about from Indian Succession Act. Even from the Marriage Act, they ask queries कि ऐसा है हमारा ऑफिस में there is एक डायरेक्टर का दूसरे डायरेक्टर के साथ या उसके वाइफ के साथ अफेयर है, क्या करना चाहिए? All these questions come up. And companies law itself, there are criminal liabilities in companies law also. So all are interconnected. Corporate law doesn't mean always chamber practice. Corporate law के लिए special company bench है high court में, supreme court में. Company cases are heard and decided, well argued. So corporate law is incomplete if you do not know commercial law, if you do not know contract law, if you do not know civil procedure code, if you do not know sale of goods act, if you do not know specific relief act, then corporate law is nothing. Corporate law is nothing, is not just Companies Act. Every law which is not pertaining to personal laws is corporate law.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, like not overstepping, but Farinir asked the question to provide some tips on how much how we should study law, and some tips on how to understand law in a more comprehensive manner. So, sir, as I already mentioned, not overstepping, but I feel that it would be to read, like as much as you go on reading in the phase of law, which you already answered the question. आप जितना पढ़ते जाते हो उतना ज़्यादा आपका speed increase होता है, उतना ज़्यादा आपका understanding power भी increase होता है. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, yes. लेकिन अच्छा खाने के लिए अच्छी भूख की जरूरत होती है. लॉ में भूख लाना बहुत जरूरी है. You should bring in more and more curiosity. When you read Economic Times or when you read any other newspaper, especially legal stuff, it gives you a curiosity. ऐसा केस में क्या करना चाहिए, तो इमीडिएटली आपने रिसर्च करना चाहिए कि भाई इसमें क्या क्या हो सकता है, देन इसको जुड़ा हुआ जजमेंट्स क्या क्या है, ऐसा आपने क्यूरियस होना चाहिए. अभी आप मूवी देखते हो, मूवी देख के छोड़ दे, अरे ये हीरो के साथ कितना अत्याचार हो रहा है या हीरोइन के साथ कितना अत्याचार हो रहा है, तो आप क्या करेंगे, वो चीज पर्टिकुलर लॉ के अंदर आप जाकर रिसर्च करना है कि भाई इसके साथ इतना अत्याचार हो रहा है, इसके लिए लॉ में क्या रेमेडी है. दैट वे यू हैव टू मेक योरसेल्फ क्यूरियस देन स्टडी. ऐसे ही आप रैंडमली बैठ के पढ़ते रहोगे तो इट विल नॉट गिव यू एनी, इट विल जस्ट पुश यू इनटू बोर्डम. अभी वन ऑफ माय कलीग्स, she became very good in criminal law just by following Sushant Singh Rajput's case. हाँ, it happens. अभी अपने कितने फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में कितने लोग हैं जो लोग कुछ ना कुछ लीगल प्रॉब्लम्स में फंसे हुए हैं. उनके लिए क्या क्या सॉल्यूशन, हाँ उनके लिए क्या सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड करना है, आप रिसर्च करो. राज कुंद्रा के केस में राज कुंद्रा को कैसा बचा सकते हैं, उस तरीके से आप रिसर्च करो. यस यस, एज अ डिफेंस लॉयर उसको कैसा मारना है और 10 जन के पास उसका नॉलेज है, उसको बचाने का कैसा, वो आप देखो. बहुत सारे केसेस होते हैं. अभी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने कुकिंग गैस का सब्सिडी हटा दिया. व्हाट आर द पॉसिबल लीगल रेमेडीज, उसके लिए सोचो और खोज करो. हमारा एक लॉ प्रोफेसर घंटों पकाते रहता है, उसके अगेंस्ट में क्या लॉ रेमेडी है, सोचो. दैट इज हाउ यू हैव टू क्रिएट भूख, you have to create hunger so that you can eat more and more food. Understand?
Yes, sir. So, sir, in future, do you suggest that means as a lawyer we expect clients to come to us, but आपने जैसे बोला कि राज कुंद्रा के केस में ऐसे पढ़ो समझो. So if we come up with a remedy, do you suggest that even lawyers can walk up to the clients and say that yes, I have a suggestion to your entire problem?
No, you should not do it. The Advocates Act very clearly says that you should not do it. वहाँ नेटवर्किंग काम आता है. आप डिस्कस करो आपकी क्लाइंट, आपका किसी कलीग के साथ, इसमें तो ऐसा कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कर सकते हैं. कोई अगर सुनेगा आपकी बात, आपके कलीग्स में ही वो जाके कनेक्ट करके लेके आएगा, बोलेगा ए तुम उस दिन बोल रही थी ना, चल अभी बताओ इसमें क्या करना. ऐसा होता है, प्रैक्टिकली ऐसा ही होता है. मैंने आज तक कोई किधर भी एक्सटर्नल एडवर्टाइजिंग कुछ नहीं की है. मैंने जो भी आपको बताया कि लोगों को हेल्प करो, लोगों के साथ अच्छा ये करो. लोग पूछते हैं भाई आप करते क्या हो, आप कहाँ से, ये कौन था ये बंदा, तो बोलेगा वो लॉयर है. अच्छा, इसको तो बहुत नॉलेज है, ये इतना बहुत अच्छा बात करने में बहुत अच्छा है. ऐसा आप ये करना चाहिए.
Okay, sir. So I also had one more question. That's in the initial stage when we go to the first internships में जब जाते हैं. So sir, other than curiosity show करने के अलावा, what do you suggest कि we can actually interns के intern providers के employers के सामने we can show a good portray, a good face can be showed from as interns. आपको क्या लगता है कि आप अपने intern से क्या expect करते हो?
हम हमारे इंटर्न से एक्सपेक्ट ये करते हैं कि दे शुड आस्क मोर क्वेश्चंस, दे शुड रीड द बुक्स. सर मैं बुक लूं, कैन आई रीड दिस बुक? आई एम येट टू कम अक्रॉस मोर देन 2 or 3 इंटर्न्स हु आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन, सर कैन आई रीड दिस बुक? नहीं करते हैं. और लॉयर्स के लाइब्रेरी में तो होता ही है, बुक्स तो रहते हैं. तो यू हैव टू शो इंटरेस्ट, भाई आई वांट टू रीड दिस बुक, यू रीड इट. And sir, can I read any files to you? Some lawyers may not allow certain files, but they will allow some other files. Decided cases आपको ये बताते हैं. So you should have the curiosity, but you should not overstep. सर आप मैं ड्राफ्ट करके दूं, ऐसा नहीं करना है कभी, उसका दिमाग खराब हो जाता है. ये ड्राफ्टिंग रिक्वायर्स सो मच ऑफ पेशेंस एंड स्किल. एक इंटर्न आता है और बोलता है नहीं मैं ड्राफ्ट करके दूं, सर मैं अपीयर करूं. Even after you complete your law degree, your junior, your senior is getting ready to appear in the court. You should not ask, sir, may I appear? Situations रहते हैं, अरे यार ये मैटर में एडजॉर्नमेंट लेना है, क्या करूं. That time ये सर मैं क्या ट्राई करूं एडजॉर्नमेंट लेने की, ऐसा कर सकते हो. As an intern also, when you come, you can say that I can help in research. Shall I research for you? Shall I read this book? Shall I read this book is the very important question. That shows that you are keen to work hard.
So, sir, I think that everybody is really keen to know that what would be the procedure if they would like to intern under you.
Intern under me?
Yes, sir.
Just send me the CV on my email address. Anybody interested to join me can be an online intern. No problem. I am providing online internship. And my way of internship means I being an academician, unlike others, मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं इंटर्न्स के लिए एक्सरसाइजेस वगैरह देता हूँ. रिसर्च, ये चीज में रिसर्च करो, वो चीज में रिसर्च करो. एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, वो रिसर्च उस सब्जेक्ट पर होती है जिसके बारे में मुझे ज्यादा नॉलेज नहीं रहता. तो जिस चीज में मुझे नॉलेज है उसमें मैं उनसे क्यों रिसर्च कर रहा हूँ. जिस चीज में मुझे नॉलेज नहीं है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इनकम टैक्स एक्ट, आई एम ए बिग जीरो. आई विल टेल देम टू work on the income tax act or any other indirect taxation. I will ask them. Then there are certain areas where I'm curious to know. Those things also I give to do research so that I will gain knowledge. Then I ask them to give a presentation also on WhatsApp by direct voice note or pre-recorded things. That also I do. That is beneficial for the intern also. खुद की आवाज सुनने का एक मौका मिलता है सुनने के बाद, and that gives you the what you call the measurement of how much improvement you have to make in your speeches, etc. So all those exercises I give.
Okay, sir. So, sir, like, do you accept first year, second year? Like, what would be the bar for the years to intern under you?
That any year can wait under
Any year
me.
can.
Yes, because I personally, I myself you have done internship from the very first year because my uncle was very much insisting that I should do internship. Then after the first year of doing internship, when I flunked in a few subjects, I understood that I should have concentrated in studying rather than doing internship. When others were studying the contract law and all, I was busy what you call proofreading writ petitions, जिसके contents भी मुझे समझ में नहीं आते थे. Content समझ में आने के लिए basic law की जरूरत है ना. वो बात है. लेकिन जब first year interns मेरे पास आते हैं, I very honestly I give them tips on the introductory law subject, etc. उनको मैं बताता हूँ what is meant by law, what is law. मेरे को समझने के लिए कई वर्ष लगे.
Yes, sir. So, like, sir, can I get your email address? I can just post it in the chat box. Like, I guess some people would like to approach you for internship.
How should I give you?
Sir, you can just go to the chat box and type it over there.
Okay. My email address is very simple. It has gone to everyone. ऐसा है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is
Ah.
for everyone. So if anybody would like to intern under you, they have to send their CV to sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and there is no bar for first year, second year students.
Absolutely
Sir has a
not.
very broad horizon for students to learn.
Yes.
Really glad to know that, sir. So usually we don't come across such professors, such lawyers who like to provide internships to first year students. They usually treat first years as कि इनको कुछ आता नहीं है, तो क्या ही करेंगे ये.
एक बात मैं बताना भूल गया यहाँ पे, आपका जो इंटर्नशिप या आप लॉ कंप्लीट करने के बाद जो फर्स्ट ईयर आप स्टार्ट करते हो, इट शुड बी डन एट ए वेरी गुड प्लेस. अगर कोई कनिंग कनिंग और डिसऑनेस्ट लॉयर के पास पहुंच गए, दे लर्न ऑल द रॉन्ग थिंग्स and they think that, and these kids think that this is the right approach. So मेरे पास जब भी 2 years experience वाला lawyer आया हो या 1 year experience वाला lawyer आया हो, तो I have found it very difficult to take that person along with me. और मैंने उसको गुड बाय बोला है. पहले मैं देखता हूँ उसको एथिक्स वगैरह, उसको मैं ट्राई करता हूँ उसको सिखाने की. नहीं जमता है मैं फिर ये करता हूँ. A person without ethics or with the wrong basics is not at all good. वो बात है.
True, sir. So thanks a lot, sir. It was a really insightful session. Like काफी कुछ सीखने को मिला. Thanks a lot, sir. So, sir, like I wanted to tell everybody about ILSA, Indian Lawyer Student Association, which I started जो मैंने starting में mention किया था. So ILSA.
मैं कुछ बोलूं? ILSA.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Indian Lawyers Students Association. See, during our times, we had no such law students association. So we felt alienated in the society also, क्योंकि हर कोई कॉमर्स और इसमें करता, हम लोग लॉ में कर रहे हैं, तो वो कुछ हमारे साथ नॉलेज शेयरिंग के लिए भी कोई लोग नहीं थे. Now, since you have begun this Indian Lawyers Students Association under the patronage of Indian Lawyers Association, your students should take it as a very good opportunity to grow. And I'm sure that this association which you have now, if you continue into your professional life also, this will benefit you very much, very much. Because यहाँ पर तुम्हारे जो आप जो फ्यूचर सेशंस भी कंडक्ट करोगे, मेरे से भी अच्छे स्पीकर्स, I am not a good speaker. I was fully unprepared because I have a cross to conduct. तो ये सब बीच में से आया, तो मेरे से भी अच्छे स्पीकर्स तुम लोगों को मिलेंगे और जिससे तुमको बहुत फायदा होगा. तो ये सब जो है एक इस तरीके का एसोसिएशन, स्टूडेंट्स एसोसिएशन, दूसरे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ हमदर्दी जता सकती है. एक स्टूडेंट्स के वांट्स क्या है, फीलिंग्स क्या है, वो सब अच्छे से समझने के लिए किसी भी कॉलेज से भी ज्यादा अच्छे से स्टूडेंट्स एसोसिएशन ही समझ सकती है. Now you can speak a few words
yes,
about
sir. Yes, sir. You have done pretty justice to what I was speaking. अब जब तक आप एक टीचर से और एक प्रोफेशनल से एक लिमिट तक ही सीख सकते हो, बट एक स्टूडेंट के साथ आप जितना रिलेट, अपने एज के साथ आप जितना रिलेट करके सब कुछ सीख सकते हो, उतना आप एक प्रोफेशनल के साथ नहीं कर सकते हो. So sir, like everybody, the main aim of the Indian Lawyer Student Association would be to provide you networking and would be to provide you professional development in educational fields. If you join the Students Association, we would come up with more such programs, more such workshops which would help you. It would be like एक जगह पे आपको सब कुछ मिल सकता है. We would in future we would even come across internships. If one person come across an internship, they would share it with others. So I think it would be a great platform for each one of us as lawyers. I come from a really small city, और यहाँ पे sir I was the only person in my entire class who opted for law. Sir 11th 12th में भी law पढ़ने के time पे बहुत ज़्यादा ही एक होता है कि क्या पढ़ना है, कैसे पढ़ना है. फर्स्ट ईयर में सर काफी ज्यादा, स्पेशली इन ऑनलाइन, इट वाज लाइक कि कहाँ इंटर्नशिप करना है, क्या करना है, काफी ज्यादा कंफ्यूजन होता है. बट आई थिंक दैट सिंस आई बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन लॉयर स्टूडेंट एसोसिएशन, मेरे को काफी ज्यादा कुछ समझ में आया है. इंटरेक्टिंग विद अदर स्टूडेंट्स हु आर ऑलरेडी अ पार्ट ऑफ इट, it has given me a lot of clarity. So I would really suggest each one of us present here to join Indian Lawyer Students Association and help us grow. I'm pretty sure it will benefit each one of us really nicely.
Yes, students will rightly appreciate your
Yes, sir.
efforts. See, there is one question in the chat box. Please provide some tips on how we study law. I mean, some tips which you use to understand law in a comprehensive sense. So, I would like to give some tips here. There are two kinds of laws which are there in your curriculum. One is codified and another is uncodified law. In codified law, instead of straight away going to the commentaries or your ready-made notes, which I will never suggest ready-made notes, you should go to the bare act first and see the law as it is without any dilution. जो bare act जो है, you should begin from the short title and all the headings. What are the different headings? हर section के अलग-अलग headings होती है. ये सब आपने पढ़कर 2-3 बार पढ़कर समझना है. And you should use a good law dictionary. There are two prominent law dictionaries. One is the Indian ये क्या है इसका नाम, Law Lexicon by रामनाथ अय्यर, वी रामनाथ अय्यर. रामनाथ अय्यर मैं इसमें डाल रहा हूँ. रामनाथ अय्यर्स लॉ लेक्सिकॉन. ये जो किताब है ये पॉकेट एडिशन भी आता है और एनसाइक्लोपीडिक एडिशन भी आता है इसका बड़ा. तो पॉकेट एडिशन हर किसी ने एक खरीद के रखना है. दूसरा ब्लैक्स लॉ डिक्शनरी आता है. That must be there in your law college. No need of buying it. It's very expensive. So, and every year new edits come. So you don't take that. So ये जो चीज, and third one is ordinary English dictionary. ये जो तीन चीज है इसका इस्तेमाल करके आपने बैरेक्स पढ़ना है. You should try to understand each and everything. Once you see the barracks are very slim. बहुत पतले पतले किताब होते हैं. लॉ की किताब बोले तो इतने मोटे मोटे होते हैं, वो देखते हैं तुम्हारे होश उड़ जाते हैं. तो इसके लिए बैरेक्स होते हैं, जो एक्चुअल जो कानून है वो पढ़ोगे. फिर उसमें आपको जो समझ में नहीं आया जो प्रोविजंस, वो उस मोटी किताब में और पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन पे जाके उसके जो कमेंट्स है टिप्पणियां हैं वो पढ़ोगे तो आपको समझ में आएगी. That is the most easiest way of studying law. उसके बाद एग्जामिनेशन के लिए प्रिपेयर कैसा करना है. क्वेश्चन पेपर्स निकालिए और उस क्वेश्चन पेपर्स के आंसर्स खुद होकर आप रिसर्च करके निकालो. सेक्शन डालना है, उस सेक्शन के अंदर जो कीवर्ड्स हैं वो क्या है उसको एक्सप्लेन करके देना है. जितना शॉर्ट हो सके उतना शॉर्ट आपके आंसर्स बनाने हैं. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि एग्जामिनर्स आंसर के साइज देके मार्क देते हैं. तुम इफ यू आर कंफर्टेबल टू राइट ह्यूज आंसर्स देन इट इज ओके. मैं हमेशा संक्षिप्त में लिखता था, एकदम शॉर्ट में लिखता था. मार्क्स भी शॉर्ट में ही मिले मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है उससे. मेरे को अपना काम चलना चाहिए बस. ऐसा, दैट इज हाउ यू हैव टू स्टडी. And whereas as far as uncodified law is concerned, law of torts and all, good authors के जो books होते हैं उसमें summary मिलता है आपको. हर चैप्टर का summary होता है, वो summary पहला पढ़ लेना, फिर उसका broadness में जाना. That is how you have to study.
Thank you, sir. So there are few more questions shooting in the chat box. If I want to make a career in litigation, would you please guide regarding that?
To begin a career in litigation, you should not join a law firm for internship. Join an individual lawyer or a firm of a senior advocate. Designated senior advocate का firm हो सकता है, या कोई भी एक जो एडवोकेट जो रेस्पेक्टेबल लगे आपको, जो नॉलेजेबल लगता हो, उनका चेम्बर में ज्वाइन करो. कोर्ट में भाग दौड़ बहुत होता है, वो सब करो. देन यू कैन बिकम ए लिटिगेशन लॉयर. इफ यू जॉइन ए फर्म में लिटिगेशन होता है लेकिन तो डिपार्टमेंटलाइज होते हैं, तो तुम्हारे चॉइस का डिपार्टमेंट में वो लोग आपको अलर्ट नहीं करेगा कभी. तो इंडिविजुअल लॉयर को अगर ज्वाइन करोगे तो यू कैन लर्न अबाउट लिटिगेशन.
Okay, sir. So further, if anybody has any questions personally, you can always email sir or you can ask to sir. Connect with sir on LinkedIn, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, you can. Students can write their queries on my email address. If
Okay, sir.
when I get the time, I can send a reply also.
Yes, sir.
Direct queries.
And those who all wanted to join know how to join ILSA. So after the session is over, a very detailed link will be email would be sent to all of you with the link of ILSA. You guys can go read about it more further. You guys can go to the website of ILSA. You can find the link to the ILSA website in the Indian Lawyer Student Association. It's simply available there on internet or even there on LinkedIn. So you guys can join it through there. Thanks a lot, sir. It was a really wonderful session. It was a pretty insightful time that we all had. I'm sure that each one of us had gained something or the other from the session. Thanks a lot to all the audience who have joined and taken out time to attend this session. It means a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Jovison, for joining us today. And Aishwarya, wonderful moderation. Great. Keep it up. To all the students, as Aishwarya mentioned, we look forward to welcoming all of you to ILSA. And you'll get an email by today or Monday, giving all the details about the procedure, benefits, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.